Naomi Osaka back in a Grand Slam quarterfinal at US Open. She doesn't lose once there. Once is in the quarterfinals of Look Out. For a while, it was getting there that was the problem. Right now, Osaka appears to be back at her best, and she most definitively is back at that stage of a major, getting ready to face Karolina Muchova at the US Open on Wednesday for a spot in the semifinals. It's the first time Osaka, who has been ranked number 1 and now is seeded number 23, has made it this far at one of the 4 most important events in tennis since the Australian Open in early 2021. That was also the so far in her career. The 27-year-old Osaka has left with the championship every time she got past the 4th round at any major, something she did at Flushing Meadows on Monday with a dominant win against number 3 seed score in barely more than an hour. She seems relaxed out there. She forced me to play how I did today, Gaff observed. Regardless of whatever form she's in, she's always a tough player, and I don't think anyone takes her for granted, regardless of where her form is, especially on hard courts. Osaka is a 4-time Grand Slam champion, always on that surface, plus twice more at Melbourne Park, thanks to going a combined 12-0 in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Osaka was asked about that unbeaten mark. I wouldn't say it gives me pressure or confidence. I think for me, this is kind of uncharted territory at this point of my career, Osaka said, referring to the 4.5-year gap. I'm just enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm being able to play against the best players in the world. It was later in 2021, at the French Open, that she revealed that she had been dealing with, then began taking a series of. She later missed 17 months for maternity leave. Her daughter, Shai, was born in July 2023. 2 months after that, Osaka came to the US Open and sat in the stands at Arthur Ashe Stadium to watch while en route to the title. The 11th-seeded Muchova, a 29-year-old from the Czech Republic, is a talented all-court player who is as creative with her racket as anyone in the game. She was the runner-up to Iga Swiatek on the French Open's red clay in 2023 and also has reached the semifinals on the hard courts at Flushing Meadows each of the last 2 years, eliminating Osaka in the second round in 2024. She's a great player. I think she picked up her form again and she's getting better and better. We can see from her results, said Muchova, who last week. We practiced here, actually, so I expect a really tough battle. It's going to be a challenge, for sure. As for what's changed about Osaka over the course of her latest comeback, Muchova thinks the main thing is getting in a rhythm by competing more. Osaka, equipped with a huge serve and huge forehand, has pushed top players over the last 1.5 years but hasn't always been able to quite get to the finish line, including when she held a match point but wasn't able to win in 2024. The difference, I think, is she just now has more matches under her belt and is winning matches, and I'd say she has that belief again that she can be the best and trust her strokes more, Muchova said. Playing really fast, really good. Naomi Osaka, once a blazing icon in women's tennis, a 4-time Grand Slam champion, faced a journey shadowed by breaks, motherhood, mental health reflection, and a rankings tumble. After her breathtaking triumph at the 2021 Australian Open, she drifted off the radar, fluctuating between comebacks and setbacks, but in 2025, under new guidance and steely mindset, a spark lit once again. Her performance in the Canadian Open hinted at a resurgence, earning a runner-up spot and re-entering the conversation as a seeded threat. 2. Returned to the Flushing Meadows court. Entering the 2025 US Open as the number 23 seed, Osaka launched her campaign with conviction. She steamrolled past Hailey Baptiste in straight sets, 6-3, 6-1, ushering herself confidently into the third round. Then came the defining moment, facing world number 3 Coco Gauff, a formidable force and crowd favorite. But Osaka, composed and fierce, dismantled Gauff 6-3, 6-2 in just 64 minutes, crushing expectations and marking her first Grand Slam quarterfinal since her 2021 Australian Open victory. 3. The myth of the unbeaten quarterfinalist. Here's where the narrative becomes its own legend. Every single time Osaka has reached a Grand Slam quarterfinal, she has gone on to win the tournament. Yes, each time she makes it to this stage, she triumphs. 2018 US Open, Osaka tore through the draw and captured the title, defeating Serena Williams in a high-stakes final. 2020 US Open, she was once again unstoppable, claiming her second US Open trophy with a comeback win over Victoria Azarenka. 2021 Australian Open. Although not part of the US Open storyline, this win underscores her peak form every time she crosses into that final 8. 2025 US Open. Now, with this latest quarterfinal berth, the pattern holds. Could she be on her way to lifting another trophy? 4. The court as canvas. Osaka's return is more than athletic, it's expressive. Her crystal-encrusted Labubu maskets, like Althea Glittersun and others, adorn her court outfits, injecting playful elegance and homage into her competitive armor. This is Naomi rediscovering joy, embracing creativity, proving that competitive excellence and emotional expression can coexist powerfully. 5. A tale of resilience and return. This story isn't about raw stats, it's about comeback arcs, identity, and the magical moment when champion instincts reawaken. Picture this: Osaka, entering the quarterfinal draw for the 5th time in major history, poised, determined. Each step toward Flushing Meadows semifinals echoes past magic and, more deeply, a rekindled love for the sport. It's the narrative of a star reborn, riding a singular streak, reached the quarterfinals, and victory awaits. 6. Cliffhanger, quarterfinal on the horizon. Now, Naomi Osaka prepares to face Carolina Muchova, with everything on the line. For a player who hasn't lost past this point, anything feels possible. Her opponent awaits, the crowd leans in, and history whispers, maybe this time again. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.